Welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local time from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first we'll begin with your major heads up. Assessment meeting of Eritrean Center of Institutional Excellence. Awards to outstanding students and more on your domestic. Germany's Olaf Scholz in India to press on EU trade deal. Trade resumes as Pakistan-Afghan reopens Torkham crossing. Welcome to your domestic in brief. The Eritrean Center of Institutional Excellence organized activity assessment meeting of the year 2022 and plan of action for the year 2023 today, 25th February at the National Confederation of Eritrean Workers Conference Hall. At the meeting in which partners with representatives from various institutions took part, Dr. Abil Habtemariam, acting head of the center, presented a report focusing on the major activities conducted in the year 2022, including training programs organized and research and consultancy services provided within terms of plan of action of the year 2023. Dr. Abel said that in the year 2022, training programs on administration, human resources development, finance, and project administration, as well as relationship and administrations, have been organized to various government institutions. The participants on their part conducted extensive discussion on the reports presented and adopted various recommendations, including for proper use of the administrative experiences of diaspora nationals, reviewing the training of the trainers that has been provided, as well as strengthening participation of women, among others. Dr. Abel further noted that organizing training programs for 8 organizations, implementation of the improved leadership and administrative services in the central region, organizing regular forum for collective discussion and experience sharing, introducing disciplinary measures and ethics of government employees, and work appraisal mechanisms are among the plan of action for this year of the year 2023. Unabur Elementary and Junior School in Adghayh subzone awarded 26 outstanding students that scored higher points in the 2021-2022 8th grade national examination academic year. At the ceremony organized on 19th February, Mr. Lul Mahari, director of the school, said that the objective of the award was to encourage the outstanding students and to motivate the other students to follow their example and become competitive students in their education. Indicating that the award has been the first of its kind at subzonal level, Mr. Bayana Tesfai, head of the educational office in Adghayh subzone, said that the program will have significant contribution in the performance of the students and called for its sustainability. The awardees on their part commanding for award, they were provided experienced readiness to work hard and become competitive students in their educational careers. They also called for continued support of their parents and teachers. On your final domestic meeting with a view to review student school enrollment in general and that of female students in particular was conducted in Adghayh subzone on the 21st of this February. At the meeting in which concerned institutions took part, it was reported that in the year 2021 and 2022 academic year, female student school enrollment was 34.7%. However, their school enrollment in high school declined to 21%. The report also called on religious leaders and especially parents to conduct regular follow-up on the situation of their children and for conducting sustainable awareness-raising activities with a view to develop the understanding of the public. Indicating on the significance of activity participation of the public in controlling school dropouts of female students, Mr. Bayana Tesfai, head of the education office in the subzone, called on parents to send their children to school. Mr. Haptaitis Fazgi, administrator of the subzone, on his part called on area administrators and other concerned bodies to conduct integrated effort to develop students' school enrollment, especially in the remote areas of Eastern Escarpment. Stay tuned for more on your global report after this short break. Stay with us. On your further report, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz visited India on Saturday, seeking to deepen business and defense ties between the two countries, economic major countries, and jumpstart progress on an EU trade deal despite differences over Ukraine. Scholz told the Times of India in the interview that Germany wants to further strengthen its bilateral relationship with India and its cooperation on global issues such as mitigating climate change and transforming its economies in a just, green, and sustainable way. He further said that there is a huge potential for intensifying cooperation in sectors such as renewable, hydrogen, mobility, pharma, digital economy, and many more. Scholz, accompanied by executives from big German firms like Siemens, met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi and was due to head to Bangalore to visit German software firm, including the SAP office. Said also Scholz would press for progress towards a trade deal between the European Union and India that has long been held up by disagreement on tariffs and access for Indian workers to Europe. Scholz was due to discuss a bid by Germany's Tanskrupp marine system to build 6 submarines in India in a deal worth around $5 billion, Bloomberg News reported. On your final report, the usual trade and movements of people between Pakistan and Afghanistan has fully resumed after the two sides reopened a key border crossing that was closed nearly a week ago by Afghanistan's Taliban rulers, stranding people and thousands of trucks carrying food and essential items. The Torkham border crossing was reopened at 6 a.m. local time Saturday. Afghan customs official Muslim Kashgar said at the waypoint in Afghanistan's eastern Nangarhar province, according to the AFP news agency. He further noted that the border is now open from both sides for civilians as well as for traders. The Afghan embassy in Pakistan's capital, Islamabad, also announced the reopening of the Torkham border on Twitter. Meanwhile, a Pakistani customs official said, in quotation, trucks carrying rice, cement, construction material, medicine, and other abdals were sent to Afghanistan, adding that lorries loaded with coal, vegetables, and fruits had entered Afghanistan as vice versa trade. Disputes linked to the 2,600-kilometer border have been a bone of contention between the neighbors for decades. The Torkham crossing is the main point of transit for travelers, however, and goods between Pakistan and landlocked Afghanistan. The announcement sparked joy and relief among those who had been waiting for reopening of the international trade route since last Sunday, when the Taliban shuttered it, alleging that Islamabad was denying Afghan migrants entering into Pakistan for medical care. However, last Monday, Afghan Taliban forces and Pakistani border guarded exchanged fire, wounding a Pakistani soldier. Since then, officials from the two sides were in talks to resolve the issue and aimed demands for people on both sides to immediately reopen the crossing. Dear viewers, that is all for now for your overall international and domestic report. Until we are back with some more news, stay and enjoy the rest of our programs and stay tuned for more of your news reports. But until then, these are your major headlines in review. Assessment meeting of Eritrean Center of Institutional Excellence as your primary domestic. Awards to outstanding students. A meeting conference on student school enrollment. and Germany's Scholz in India to press on EU trade deal, and a trade resume as Pakistan-Afghan reopen Turkmen border crossing. That is all from us here on our headquarters here in ERi-TV. Thanks for watching once more, and stay tuned for more of your reports.